Hello and welcome back to The Peaceful Place. I'm your host, Melissa Field, and today we're going to dive into something which is both the heart of what we do here and something that so many of us are needing and craving, which is peace. The thing with peace is the more you need it, the harder it can be to access, and the less peace you feel, the more it tends to snowball as your stress builds and little things start to get to you more, and it can just feel further and further away. And so what I'm going to do today is share a discussion from my course Act As If, which is focused on peace. And the course itself is focused on those good feelings like joy and gratitude and excitement. And so I want to share this for two reasons. Number one, listening to someone talk about peace can relax you into the feeling. It can just gently guide you there in a way that you can't force. And it's like I'm bringing the peace to you and you just receive it. This is one of my favorite discussions that I've ever recorded. And I also wanted to share this for anyone who does feel they've lost touch with these beautiful, bright feelings like joy and gratitude and excitement, so that you can learn about the course and perhaps join it for $15, and you will gain access to all 7 modules, 7 guided meditations, and 7 self-talk audios that will help to reprogram your subconscious into these feelings of accepting and embracing and looking for peace and joy and gratitude. I love this course so much, and if it's what you're looking for right now, please go and dive in. I can't wait for you to experience it. But if all you're wanting is this discussion today and to just experience some peace, I truly hope that this helps you and helps to shift you and just provides you with that peace, because you are so worthy of it and you are so deserving. Thank you so much for joining me. You'll find the link to that in my episode notes. Let's dive into day 1, peace. Hello and welcome to day 1 of Act As If. This is going to be a really powerful course where we're going to tune into the energy of it's here now, what it is you are wanting to manifest, what it is you desire. You're going to start to feel it and vibrate with it and act as if you are in that energy now. We're going to get into the feelings and we're going to meditate on it and vibrate with this energy. And we're going to use energy and the infinite divine energy of the universe to our advantage in order to manifest easier, bigger, in surprising ways. This is going to be a really fun course that I would encourage you to go through maybe a couple of times. You don't have to listen to these podcast episodes every day, but use these meditations, use the self-talk audios in the self-talk folder, and really allow yourself to layer this in. And the more you layer it in, the more you are going to just naturally vibrate with this all the time, so that it's radiating out from you and the universe is radiating back to you what it is you're vibrating with. We are beginning this journey with day 1, which is peace and relaxation. This is a really big subject because when we are really strongly desiring something, it can be hard to relax. It can even feel as if that's the wrong thing to do. That's the wrong energy to get into. If what we are desiring is a very essential need, if you are needing money, you are needing better health, or you are really feeling into a strong desire for a partner because you feel alone and you have very strong feelings around it that are tipping into and maybe already in the point of desperation and fear, then it can be really hard to conceive of why it would be good to relax and to feel peace in your mind and your body. When we are desperate, we feel that kind of force in us. We feel that energy that's saying, like, fix this now, resolve this now. And we don't want to lose that. We fear if we let go of the desperation, we will lose our motivation. We will lose whatever it is that's going to bring us to a solution, when in fact, the desperation, the fear, the doubt, it is blocking the manifestation. Let me talk a little bit about why. Not only is desperation, fear, doubt, self-doubt in a different vibrational alignment than your desire, but it is taking up the space where your desire, your dream manifestation would show up. Desperation and fear are very heavy, dense energies. They take up a lot of space within us, and they contract our energy so that we are compressing into a smaller version of ourselves. So not only is there less space within us, but all of that space is full of this really dense energy. And so there is no space for the manifestation to arrive. So not only does the desperation and the fear and these lower vibrations put us in a space where we literally cannot energetically align with what we want, and whatever it is we are energetically aligned with, we are calling in. But even if we could somehow, for a moment, call it in and kind of like trick the energy or trick the universe, there would be no place for it. So it couldn't even come into our energetic space. It couldn't come into our body. It couldn't come into our mind. There's no room for it. When we get into a relaxed space, when we begin to feel that peace in our mind and our body, it really does feel like a deep breath, and we open up. Our energy opens up. We can open up as big as the universe and beyond. That's how much we can receive, but we have to have space to receive it. And as autonomous, empowered divine beings, we always get to decide how big our energy is and how much we're receiving. You have control over this kind of energetic dial of shrinking and expanding. And so when we relax and allow ourselves to feel peace, not only does it feel good, it really does feel just like, that's better. But it clears all that dense energy out. Those two things are happening at once. You are expanding out, you are getting bigger, you now have space to receive, and you've cleared out all that dense energy so that you can receive either directly what it is you're asking for, or you can receive the guidance, the inspiration, the aligned actions, the people, the insights, the opportunities, the next step, followed by the next step. You can now receive all of these incredible things. And the more you receive them, the more you start to vibrate with this feeling of, it's here, this feels so good, it's here now, I have this now. And as you vibrate with that, the universe reflects it back to you, and your momentum starts to build in the other direction. So even though getting into a space of peace and relaxation can feel like the last thing you want to do, it will be one of the most important ones. And I am starting with this because this is something I have struggled with myself my whole life. I have struggled with relaxing, feeling that peace in my mind and my body, feeling safe in the moment, feeling safe with myself, feeling worthy of this, feeling worthy of receiving. And as I sit here recording this, I have a cup of coffee, I've lit my incense, my dog is laying behind me. I'm really cultivating that feeling of peace, that feeling of relaxation. And you might even start to think of some things right now that make you feel at peace, because the moment you ask for peace, the moment you look for it, you find it. And sometimes that is the block that we are experiencing. We are not looking for it, and whatever it is we are turning our focus onto, we will find evidence of. So just right here in this moment, what gives you a feeling of peace? And it can even just be taking a deep breath. It can be putting one or both of your hands on your heart. It can be thinking of a dear friend who has always been there for you and just knowing that they're out there gives you a feeling of peace. As I was saying, getting into the peace and the relaxation can feel counterintuitive and the opposite of what we feel like we should be doing, because we really feel like the best way to get what we want or to get out of a desperate space is to take action. And when we're talking about peace and relaxation, what we're not saying is you're not going to do anything. It is not getting into the mindset of I'm just going to sit here with my hands up and wait for the universe to deliver something to me. What we're saying is we are getting into a space of energetic alignment and then taking action from that place. And that action is going to look and feel very different. So this can be one of the blocks to getting relaxed, getting to a place of peace of, no, I can't stop. I can't take my foot off the gas pedal because I need to do this and I need to figure this out and I need to get maybe these clients, or I need to sign up for this dating app. I need to do this and this, on, as your energy really just gets more and more frantic. I'm not saying don't ever do anything ever again and just be like a Buddhist monk, just blissed out. What I am saying is something that I say in almost every single one of my courses, which is that energy is everything. When we get into a relaxed and peaceful state and we get into that place where we can receive, then we are going to start taking movement towards the manifestation. So essentially what we are doing is arriving there energetically so that you ensure you can and will arrive there physically. If you do not get into energetic alignment and you stay in an energy that's frantic, desperate, fearful, you cannot get there, and you will continue to burn energy. You will continue to feel burned out or more desperate, more afraid. The wrong things will continue to show up. It will usually feel like you're spinning your wheels in place. Your confidence will go down. Your sense of being connected to this divine energy that's here to support you and guide you will diminish. It will start to feel like you're in this alone. You will feel more and more compacted, and because your energy is not aligned with where you are heading towards, you're aiming off in all these different directions and speeding there potentially. You're potentially speeding in the wrong direction. When you get into energetic alignment, you arrive there energetically, and because you are now vibrating with this, the universe has no choice but to bring it to you. That is the law of attraction. You are putting something out and it's being reflected back to you because the universe is a mirror. So this state of relaxed, peaceful, again, it just feels good, which is one of the reasons to do it. It will help your body to heal, but you really can't get what you want until you get into this space. Because let's think of it this way. What would it feel like when you have it? Will you feel frantic? Will you feel desperate? Will you feel afraid of the future? Or will you feel like, it's here. It's here. Amazing, wonderful, bright light. Here's another way to think of it. Let's say you are on a road trip and you're going pretty far. You're on a long drive and you're getting a little bit tired. You have to keep looking for exits, taking different highways, watching the traffic, paying attention to what's happening around you. There's kind of a lot going on. It's taking your full faculties to get to this place, but you know it's going to be worth it. You're not even thinking about why am I doing this? You just know I want to be there. You arrive at your destination. You get out of the car. You're done driving. What do you feel? Relaxed, at peace. You have arrived. You're no longer stressing about how am I going to get there. You are there. And when you arrive at this, maybe at this luxury hotel, and you can put your bags down and lay down on the bed, and now your vacation is starting. Now you can relax. And because you're there, you're relaxed. You're no longer trying to get there. You're no longer trying to do something. You are no longer in a state of moving towards something. You have arrived. And with this arrival is that sense of relief. A lot of times the manifestation feels like a relief. And so that's the energy we want to lean into of, I am already there. I have taken this trip. I have arrived. I can relax. And because you have arrived there energetically, you will now arrive there physically. All of your energy is now pointing in that direction. You're going to take one step after another until you physically arrive there. And because you are already energetically there, you know how to get yourself there physically. You're not shooting your energy off in every direction, trying to do everything you can think of, because you know exactly what to do. And from a higher place, you know this. It might not be something where you're like, I can see every step. It's just something where the next step keeps coming to you. Things just keep showing up. Things surprise you. You're like, wow, I can't believe that I was in the right place for that. Like, that's amazing. You have divine timing. You have coincidences, miracles, synchronicity, and you feel good along the way. You feel that sense of knowing, I will arrive there, because in a way you already have arrived there. And this is playing with and tuning into quantum energy, the quantum field. In the quantum field, everything is happening at once. So you are tuning into the place where you literally are already there. You're already experiencing this. And the quantum field, if you think of it like a big blanket, it's just like a destination, a point in the blanket you're moving towards. Now you know where you're going. You can see yourself there. You can see what it's like. You can see what you're experiencing, what it feels like, how amazing it is. And because you can see it and there's a version of you already there, you're just moving towards it. When we don't get into this energetic alignment, we are trying to figure out every step on our own, shooting our energy in all of these different directions, which just makes us feel more tired, more burned out, more stressed, and we continually build momentum in the wrong way. And you could literally be circling around this point so close, but you cannot arrive there because your energy has not aligned. That's how important energetic alignment is. You could be a breath away and you're like, I'm so close. I know it. Why isn't it happening? Because you have to get into energetic alignment. You have to get into this feeling of, I already have it. And that's the power of acting as if. I already have it. This is mine. It's already here. So let's take a moment now to talk about the importance of energy. You have a physical self, which is also very important. It's an incredible creation that you have created yourself. Your physical self is amazing, and it is a divine manifestation of you. But you also have an energetic self. And because everything in its core is energy, and vibrations can communicate across distances that are astronomical, an atom vibrating here on Earth can communicate with an atom across the universe. And this is known as quantum entanglement. So because vibration can reach far beyond what our physical self can, when we use energy as our way of creating and manifesting, we are tapping into what is literally an infinite source. So that is why energy is so powerful and creates such profoundly different results than what you get when you are trying to do it on your own. You have a finite amount of energy. Not only that, you have a finite amount of people you can reach and people you can talk to, things you can do in a day. There are limits to you as a physical being. As an energetic being, you are unlimited. Your energy can communicate with people all over the world. You can tap into inspiration and divine guidance from these higher energetic channels, from higher energy sources, from guidance that is beyond what we are even aware of. And this is how people create these really incredible, mind-boggling things like billions of dollars, huge companies, mind-bending ideas like when the iPhone was created. These things are coming from a higher energy that has infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom, infinite resources at its disposal. This is, in essence, what we think of when we use the phrase work smart, not hard. Use what is available to you, which is energy. And when you get into energetic alignment, you can even work hard. That could be something that feels very fulfilling to you, especially when you're passionate about something and it's fun, or you really feel this electric sense of purpose. There is nothing wrong with working hard and putting your own self into something that you just really do believe in. It's when you're working hard from a place of desperation or fear or trying to bend the universe to your will that you will not get good results. But if you're in alignment, the hard work might not even feel hard. It could just feel like flow. And so, as I've been kind of talking about throughout this episode, getting into alignment, feeling relaxed, feeling at peace doesn't mean you do nothing. You could still very much be putting a lot of time and energy into something you love. You're just going to be seeing results from it. You're going to be getting what you want and then more. Because this energy is infinite, it's going to bring you things you can't see, that you're not even physically aware of. A lot of what I'm saying throughout this audio, throughout this discussion, is a way of allowing yourself to give yourself permission to relax, to feel at peace, and to know that is one of the most powerful things you can do. We are taught to hustle, to work hard, to burn the candle at both ends, to quote unquote earn something, that you have to put your blood, sweat, and tears into something before you can get even just a little bit back. And so as much as I am talking about this because it's going to help you to manifest, I also want to help to kind of undo this thinking that we're conditioned with, which is to only believe in kind of force and hard labor. We are not taught to believe in and trust these unseen forces, to trust our own energy, to trust our intuition, to trust guidance, to trust that energetic alignment with the universe is everything. We are taught the opposite of that this is maybe foolish, it's not going to help you, it's a waste of time, that again, you have got to hit the pavement and you have got to grind. You can do that, but you're always going to be moving around your destination. Or if you get there, if you get close, you will lose it as fast as you had it because you're not in energetic alignment. And I've experienced that. I have gotten things where I wasn't in energetic alignment. And first of all, inside, I didn't feel good. I could feel that misalignment and I wasn't able to keep it. And so that is the beauty of energetic alignment. Not only do you get there with this feeling that you've just floated down a river and arrived there, but you can stay there. You're not going to boomerang right back out and be like, what happened? Now I have to start all over. You don't have to start over. You just have to trust in the power of your infinite divine energy. Now we're going to play with this a little bit. And this is one of my favorite things because, as I've said often throughout this discussion, getting relaxed and feeling at peace, it just feels good. And so we're going to play with that a little bit. And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I just want you to sit with them and allow whatever feels right and true for you to come up. So, first of all, what does it feel like to have peace in your mind? What does it feel like to have peace in your body? How does it feel to be relaxed and at ease? What does it feel like when you tune into the knowing that there is a divine energy flowing onto you right now, holding you in the center of its gaze, holding you in its love, and connected to all of time and space, and this divine energy is guiding you and taking care of you? What does it feel like to tune into that beautiful, loving, golden energy just flowing onto you? And what would it feel like to be totally relaxed, trusting in this energy, trusting that if there's something you need to know, you'll know. If there's something you need to do, you'll feel inspired. What would it feel like to just relax and trust that this energy is always taking care of you? Now I want you to think for a moment about how a seed becomes a flower. How a seed buried in darkness grows up into the light. And how this little seedling, this little bit of green, it just receives sunlight, receives rain, receives nutrients from the soil. Is there anything about this process that feels like the seed has to hustle or work? Or does it feel relaxed, trusting, a divine flow? What is it like for a seed to become a flower and to receive everything it needs just by existing? And I want you to take a moment to think of your own self in that way. Because you exist, you are worthy, and you are always going to be connected to this divine energy that's bringing you your sunlight, your rain, your nutrients. But you have to relax into it. You have to allow this. You are an autonomous, powerful being. You have dominion over yourself and your energy. And you can cut yourself off from this. You can choose not to believe in it or to not trust it. That is the power that you have. So when you become that flower blooming into itself and you trust and you relax, you really give the universe permission to bring to you everything that you want and you're asking for. But you must always remember that you are powerful, and you have probably received a lot of messages that try to strip you of your power, of your ability to tune into this, to decide what's right for you. And that's one of the really beautiful things about relaxing and returning to your peace, is you return to your power. And I just want you to sit with that for a moment, that in your inner peace is your personal power. Every day of this course, we're going to finish by tuning into the energy of what you're moving into that act as if it's already here, it's here now. And for today, what I want you to do is think of 3 things that you will have when you have arrived. Energetically, you're already there, so you're just going to tune into this energy, this point where you already are in the quantum field. What are 3 things that you have? And I want you to really feel it. So for example, for me, I can't wait to buy a really nice new Mac desktop computer when I have arrived at the place I want to be at financially, a new microphone, just a whole new desk setup. So that's some of the stuff that I'm seeing, and I am feeling my hand on the mouse. I'm turning on the computer. I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at this really high quality microphone, and I'm listing these things, and I'm feeling it as if I have them. I am using them. I can feel the metal of the computer. It's in my hands. It's here. I want you to do that right now. And it doesn't have to be 3. Sometimes when we start thinking of this stuff, more stuff starts coming in, just let it flow. But feel it as if it's here, and if it's not necessarily something that you're creating physically, it can be something you're doing. What are 3 things you will be doing when you have this? So tune into that now, really feel it, and let yourself relax into it. I'm there. I have this. What a relief. How amazingly peaceful to have these things here and now. And just take a moment to sit with that. And that's where we're going to finish for today. So you can just let this go for as long as you want, or I will ring a bell at the end to let you know also that you can stop there and to take a deep breath. And so enjoy that. Thank you so much for joining me for day 1 of Act As If. Hi, Melissa here. Thank you so much for joining me for this discussion on peace. I truly hope this shifted something for you and helped you to get the peace that not only you need, but that you deserve and you are worthy of. To get the other discussions as well as the guided meditations and self-talk audios, go to the link in my episode notes. The course is $15, and you will also find other offerings in my store that may be what you're looking for, included a beginner's meditation course, a sanctuary full of hundreds of other guided meditations. There's some really wonderful offerings there that may be what you need as you continue to restore and recenter and nourish yourself from within. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful rest of your day.